La La Land is touted as one of the greatest films to come out of the 2010s. Its technical prowess and cinematic direction gave the film the push it needed to be nominated for multiple awards across the industry, including the Oscars.
La La Land.
But in terms of what happened at the Oscars, well, we all know what happened there.
Moonlight, Best Picture.
Instead, I wanted to revisit the film, this time from a perspective where the film is outside of the movie zeitgeist, and is now considered a cinematic classic. Now, to preface, when I first saw it back when it first came out, I thought it was a very pleasant musical. I liked it. I like every aspect of it. So fast forward to 2022. Over 5 years since it was released in theaters, barely remembering what happens in the film apart from a few memorable scenes. And what do I think about it now? Well, I don't like it. I love it. Written and directed by Chazelle himself, he knocks it out of the park once again, stacking this up against his other masterpiece, Whiplash. Both films are phenomenal in what they do in pushing the story and guiding the narrative like a master conductor, guiding his symphony through themes of sacrifice and quintessential proposition of an idealistic dreamer, or in this case, dreamers. But a great story doesn't mean you can just shun every other aspect of a film, which this one doesn't do. Thanks to David and Sandy Wasco, the production design feels authentic, especially in the opening scene, where it was shot on an actual Los Angeles interchange, rather than caving to a soundstage on a Hollywood lot. This, along with the film's cinematographer, Linus Sandgren, creates a veritable and saturated look to the film, giving a timeless aura that Chazelle himself said that he was looking for, especially in the way he moves the eye of the camera. In an IndieWire interview, Sandgren said, "The reason Damon was interested in me was for my camera movement in that film, American Hustle. He knew he wanted the camera to tell a story in a physical and interactive way." Both he and Chazelle agreed that the camera needed to work as a musical instrument, giving the film fluidity in many scenes, especially during the musical parts, where he would try to match the music spacing. The trick will be to hit beats. If we were tracking and moving around a corner and it didn't feel like we hit the beat, we had to find a way to get the camera in rhythm. These beats can also be seen in the film's use of color and lighting, starting the film off with both the leads wearing very colorful and vibrant colors, and as their dreams turn into the state of reality, those colors become more muted, toned down, and less vibrant. And the film doesn't end like the Hollywood romantic flick that it portrays itself to be. It pushes against the idea and uses it as a vehicle to present that in order for them to reach their dreams, they accept the idea of forever being in love, but never being together. And that is the reality, the true sacrifice. My favorite sequence in the film has to be its third act, where Hollywood actress Mia and her husband stumble upon Sebastian's jazz club by accident, and as she walks through the crowd, she realizes that he's finally achieved what he's always wanted, as does she. As Sebastian shouts out to the crew before performing himself, he sees the glance of one Mia Dolan. A connection is established between the two leads.
Welcome to Sebs.
And Sebastian performs. He performs their theme. And as this theme plays, we get blasted through this euphoric, fast-paced fantasy in which both Mia and Sebastian's relationship goes a different way, where they both figure things out and get to both be together and have very exceptional careers in entertainment. And this is what Chazelle does best, able to match the pacing to the beats of the narrative, similar to Whiplash. And as the fantasy draws to a close, we cut back to reality, as Sebastian plays the final note of their theme. The camera pans up to Sebastian's blank expression with a 1,000-mile stare. And without dialogue between the two, you can feel the tension in the room. That's what phenomenal storytelling can do to you. Mia leaves the club. She glances back at him, as does he. No words, just silence. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you end a storytelling masterclass.